The law firm of Watson and Associates LLC helps small businesses, public contractors, manufacturers, and resellers comply with the Build America, Buy America Act, BABAA. We urge you to subscribe to this channel and download your free False Claims Act checklist at the link in the description section of this video. Let's get started on the primary topic for today. Do you know the implications of not complying with the BABAA Act? Let's dive into what this act is all about and why it's so important. The Build America, Buy America Act, often abbreviated as BABAA, states that when the government provides funding for building projects like roads and bridges, the materials used should be made right here in the United States. This includes everything from iron and steel to products made in factories and other construction materials. But why such a focus on American-made? At the heart of the Build America, Buy America initiative is a commitment to strengthening our nation from within. By prioritizing domestic production and the procurement of infrastructure products and components, we're not only fueling job creation, but also boosting our economic resilience. This initiative empowers local businesses and reduces our dependence on foreign supply chains, ensuring that vital broadband networks remain robust and reliable, even in times of global disruption. Now, you might be wondering what types of projects the BABAA Act applies to. Well, the answer is quite broad. This act applies to all infrastructure projects receiving federal funding, even when a state or local government entity is the contracting party. This includes roads, tunnels, bridges, railways, dams, ports, harbors, airports, water systems, electrical transmission facilities, utilities, and broadband infrastructure. It even applies to buildings related to these projects, including train and bus stations, toll facilities, and office facilities. Understanding the BABAA Act is crucial, especially for businesses and contractors. The potential consequences of non-compliance are severe, including civil and criminal sanctions. The expense of evaluating your internal processes to ensure compliance is far less than facing hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines or even jail time at a jury trial. So if you're a contractor or a business involved in any infrastructure project, it's essential to get a good grasp of the BABAA Act and its implications. And remember, getting legal advice is always a good idea to help you navigate through the compliance and evaluation process. In the end, it's all about building and buying American to strengthen our nation from within. Are you aware of the difference between Buy America and Buy American statutes? Often, these two similarly named pieces of legislation are confused, but they are not identical. Let's break it down. Buy American is a broad provision in American law that encourages the federal government to choose and procure American-made goods over foreign-made ones. The central goal here is to bolster domestic manufacturing and employment. Buy America, on the other hand, is a more specific provision. It applies solely to federal transportation funding and requires all iron, steel, and manufactured goods used in transportation projects to be produced in the U.S. The goal of Buy America is to ensure all infrastructure projects use materials produced domestically, stimulating economic growth and creating new employment opportunities. So, while both aim to support domestic production, their application and scope differ markedly. Remember, the Buy America statute specifically applies to federal transportation funding, whereas Buy American is a broader provision. Have you considered the potential repercussions of disregarding the BABAA Act? Let's deeper into this. Ignoring the rules of the BABAA Act is a gamble not worth taking. The consequences of non-compliance can be serious, even business-destroying in some instances. Considering the enormous stakes, it's imperative to grasp the seriousness with which the government enforces these rules, and so should you. Civil penalties for breaching the BABAA Act can be astronomical, talking about fines that could mount up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's a significant financial blow, which could topple even a prosperous business. However, the buck doesn't stop. Non-compliance can also lead to criminal charges, including potential imprisonment. Imagine swapping your business suite for a prison cell simply because you disregarded the BABAA Act. Chills down your spine, doesn't it? Now let's see the bigger picture. The expenses involved in auditing your company's internal processes to ensure adherence, while seemingly intimidating, are far less than the financial and personal cost of the aforementioned penalties. This brings us to the critical role of legal counsel. Traversing the maze of government regulations can be a formidable challenge, all too easy to miss a crucial detail or misconstrue a provision. But with a team of legal professionals like ours at Watson & Associates, you're not alone in this journey. Our attorneys, who specialize in government contracts law, can walk you through the subtleties of the BABAA Act. We can assist you in comprehending the stipulations, scrutinizing your existing practices, and formulating a compliance strategy. The motive is to keep you on the right side of the law, protect your business from possible penalties, and ultimately ensure your efforts contribute to building and buying American. If you're unsure about your compliance with the BABAA Act, don't hesitate to contact Watson & Associates for expert legal advice. Call us now at 1-866-60-1518.